Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading for July 2020. This is going to be for Pisces Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may be in love with a Pisces, so you may be cross-watching. I hope it all works out. You were intuitively guided to the channel, and you don't think you have Pisces in your chart. Maybe you do. Maybe your guides just want you to hear something. So this is an intuitive read, so we kind of want to just let go, want to get out of our heads, right? This is about the signs, the synchronicities, and, we get a ton within Pisces all the time. It's funny, you came up, whose video did you come up in? I forget, but I was just talking about how I like you with earth signs. Maybe it must have been an earth sign. And I was saying how I like earth and Pisces together, particularly Pisces and Virgo. And they are opposites. But I feel like when they're in the light, they see that and they learn from each other, which is really what it's all about, right? They learn from each other. So Virgo learns how to naturally become more emotional and show my emotions and that type of thing, where Pisces becomes a little bit more grounded in, the material world, and they together make a hell of a team, I think. A lot of people disagree with me, and that's okay. Just my opinion. And I don't know why I'm bringing this up, other than I have to say, we're going to use the major arcanas this month, like we do with the other readings. Just take a few, give us a baseline. But within that deck was the King of Cups and the Chariot. Of another deck, the Cosmic Tarot. And they were face up within this deck. So I was going to put them in their deck and reshuffle, and I thought I could tell that they're meant to come out. So, the Prince of Cups, just look at him. Look at the seriousness on his face. What it reminds me of, to be honest, is Pisces and Virgo. That type of energy. So someone with this cup of fulfillment, right? But if I was to describe them, definitely out of they're serious people. Doesn't mean they don't have a good sense of humor and all that. So this is someone who seems determined. And then to come out with the Chariot. So this tells me there's movement. There's definitely movement within this cup that this prince is offering. He looks determined, I have to tell you. So I'm going to leave them out, and we'll see. We'll see where they fit in the reading. All right, guys. So take a moment, just calm your mind. I always invite your guides in to work with my guides, as long as they're all within, the highest of unconditional love. I hear someone cutting their grass, and so beautiful out, I have to tell you. It's so beautiful that I think I'm going to continue. If it gets louder, I'm going to close my window. Alright, we had one just fly. We have the Hermit. Somewhat in reverse, but not completely in reverse. Let me see what this other card is. Oh, if I can move my chair. we have the Lovers. So the Lovers jumping out of the deck, off of the table, onto the floor, right? Maybe this is someone who's putting me through all of these different channels and I have to tell you again, the energy of water and earth, particularly we have Virgo here, and again, this is your reading, Pisces, so you're one of these people in the Lovers card. So very interesting. Okay, let's keep going. Jeez, another one. Excuse me. Look at this. We have the Devil in reverse. I'm going to close the window. Okay. So we have the Devil in reverse. Wow. We have the Hermit right before that. Why? Why are we moving into the Hermit energy? First of all, it's a choice, right? Normally it means not in a good place, and you know, I'm seeking some answers. I'm seeking clarity. And I think one of those things I want to know is, not just that I want to know, but I want to know how to end it, how to, whatever it is I want to do with it. But I don't feel like it's something I want to take forward, but I want the understanding. And I feel like looking at the Devil in reverse, it's partly your own shadows, looking at your own self, your own shadow self, and understanding it more, right? We all have that. Could be of another's. And I feel like I'm feeling the energy very, very strongly of, once I have the reflection, once I do this reflection and I receive what I'm seeking, I'm able to cut something. I'm able to cut the ties to something that has held me down. It's almost like you're bouncing up. You're, boom, free. Somebody cut the threads, what have you. But because then I'm looking at the Hermit and I'm noticing the smile on his face. Look at all the stars behind him. I feel like for some of you, it's talking about that you work out a lot of issues during your dreams. During your dreams, sometimes I've heard it somewhere, like if you can't handle something in your life that's happened or that is happening, and you don't know how to deal with it, then ask to dream about it and have the solution. I heard that somewhere. I've never personally done that, so, well, maybe I have. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. This stems from the Lover's energy. Card of Gemini, by the way. We have Justice on the bottom of the deck. That is the card of Libra. It's also, the final say-so. What do I want to use? I think I'm going to use the Good Tarot for you. And let's not forget about this prince, who is delivering something that you want emotionally. I don't know if you want it, but I think you do. But first, it seems like, there's work to be done, and it's the cutting of those ties to something that just held you, something you felt tied to. That can mean something I felt responsible for, and therefore I kept myself back. Okay. Certainly could be a Virgo and a Capricorn who were together, and with Justice here, it feels like, that may have ended. Look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles following under the Lovers. So what do I love about that? That talks about, whoever I consider this other person. It talks about it arriving within my physical world, right? Pentacles is about the physical world. So this is something I can touch, feel, smell, that type of thing. We have the Four of Pentacles. Someone may be moving back home. We have temptation. Interesting. So we have the devil that is partially under the devil. And then we have the Three of Cups. So, I don't know. The Three of Cups next to the energy of temptation. The funny thing is I feel like I'm reading more for you than someone else. So I feel like this is saying be careful who you're tempted by. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a relationship and it's a loving relationship, be careful of someone trying to tempt you to, and I feel of an emotional level, your choice, but to think about that. We have the Page of Swords. So, I'm looking at this Page of Swords, and she's quite beautiful, and she's got her arms wide open. Like wide open to what? Perhaps this opportunity, or perhaps this lover. We have the Messenger of Swords. Interesting. And then we have the Fool. I feel like there is just someone who is in a relationship, thought that they were the one, but then met someone, and I feel like this person that I met was so much like me, like, the type of person where I could have sat for hours, and maybe that's what we did, sat for hours and just talked and talked, and, you know, um, enthralled within each other, that type of thing. But I feel like it's by chance that this person and I meet. And this may have already happened. And maybe you're carrying something, maybe you've been carrying the guilt of it around, and I feel like it is about healing that. Um, some of you just may be thinking about it. But I kind of feel like, you know, you cut the ties to something. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So the Fool moving into the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you are moving back home. Starting fresh. Starting new. You know, starting a new path. Financially, it feels like there was a way for you to do that. And, you know, you feel like the current home has a lot of toxicity in it. Maybe you feel someone is not being faithful. You know, this is what I feel like. I feel they're not being faithful, but then at the same time, I feel like somehow I'm guided. Like I meet someone, you know, here's this prince with the chariot. Chariot's pretty fast moving. So I meet this person, and right away there is this connection, this click. And I'm looking, the Ace of Pentacles is right above that. And this is about you, your blessing, right? Your blessing. And therefore, whether you decide to get in a relationship with this person or not, I feel like it was enough that I feel like you end up leaving, perhaps divorcing the current person. And then, after that, here's the 10 of Pentacles. You know, what follows the Fool, the 10 of Pentacles, is pretty interesting that it's just 10 of Pentacles. That's why for some, I feel like it is going back home again. For others, I feel like it's finishing a degree, finishing something that allows me then to expand myself, right? I benefit from it, but so can others. And that can talk about children, that can talk about family, talk about buying a home, that type of thing. Your own, you know, that's kind of what it feels like. Okay, let's leave that there. We have the Empress on the bottom of the deck with the Six of Wands under that. So, those who are moving home may be moving home where mom is at, where the mother is still at, grandmother type of energy. Definitely going to use a Cosmic Tarot for you since we already have 2 out. I feel like for some of you, what you're cutting is maybe it's a substance, maybe it's alcohol with the 3 cups sitting beside it. And I feel like, you know, maybe you've done it before, but this time we have the energy of the Hermit before that. You know, and when I emerge, I have the wisdom I need to overcome, right? Because I feel like with it, then the energy of temptation and then the Fool, I feel like it is giving me a new, fresh start. I can do it, is what I feel. It may be cutting the thoughts of it. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels new. But with you know, it took work. It took work. It took a lot of inner work. Some of you may have had help. Okay. Let's start up top. feel like this is a month where people start to see you in a different light. I feel like they get your perception or perspective easily, where sometimes it may feel like nobody gets it. I feel like this is a time you're moving into a time period where your words are important, your ideas, and people are listening. You know, the right people, let's put it that way, the right people or the right person is listening. And don't always think it's directly, think about like having, like Facebook, any social media. You don't know who is watching you, and that sounds creepy. I don't quite mean it that way. Alright, we're not getting any cards, which is interesting. Oh. We have the Seven of Cups. So that energy is a little confusing. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to choose. I don't know who to choose. You know, that's the energy of not seeing things clearly. This person looks like they're just surrendering. With the Ten of Pentacles again. So already, look at this. And with the Devil again, 3 times in your reading. This can certainly talk about doing something 3 times. And I feel like that for someone, like, you know, you would say this would be the 3rd time. You'd be going into the 3rd time. For some of you, it definitely has to talk about Capricorn with all this Capricorn energy. And that may be the seriousness, again, that I see within this Prince of Cups. Look at that. You know, this Devil's falling right over the Hermit. So, clearly, someone is looking at something. It's funny because we have the Devil upright, and then right next to it, the Devil is in reverse. How did that happen? It had to travel through the Hermit. Right? Seeking the light. Seeking an answer. Knowledge is power. True knowledge is power. And that's what you gain within the Hermit. You gain power. Because you asked. So I feel like whatever temptation comes at you, whatever it is that made the Seven of Cups come out, where I can't make choices. I find it hard to trust, even though it's a cup, right? And it's coming over the Lovers. So, anyway, we know that fighting a temptation can be done, but it's through the Hermit energy. You know, and I feel like when I start to move into the Hermit energy, really what I'm looking for is my spirituality. You know, what's going on here? Like, you know, why, you know, it may feel like I'm cursed, that type of thing. Many times it's a very dark energy that puts us in, that makes us, I don't want to say makes us, that that then for we start to seek the light. Give me the answers to why these, sometimes, you know, sometimes things have to repeat. They don't have to, but we don't learn the lesson within it, so it repeats. It can, I'm looking at these, you know, one upright, one reverse. It can come in different packages, right? That's when we got to go within us. What's the common denominator here? Me. So I just got to get to the root of that, right? And then I just like, then just cut it out. Okay, let's keep going. That's interesting, though. I have to tell you. And I have to tell you, I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles down here, this is really talking about what was. You know, some of you may be with someone who causes you to do things that you wouldn't do without them. Does that make sense? They're influencing you to do something maybe you would not do. You know, and that can be like drugs. That can be drinking. Because I feel like it affects the household. But I don't feel like you, yourself, want to live in that type of energy. But nonetheless, you're in that energy. So, you know, I feel like the answer is right there. But yet I don't want to give it to you. You know, like I want you to find it. Figure it out. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Well, for some of you, this is someone who is in this type of energy or who has it. Let's continue. We have the Nine of Cups coming over the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Hangman coming over the Four of Pentacles. We have, look at this, the Four of Pentacles, I'm sorry, the Four of Wands coming over Capricorn, completely connected to Capricorn. Both cards are of Capricorn. We have the Six of Pentacles coming over the Three of Cups. Let's look at this for a second. So, first of all, let's look at the Nine of Cups down here. This is the cup of a wish coming true, right? This is the cup of, this is the card of feeling good within, you know, feeling emotion, feeling full, emotionally full within the Nine of Cups. And, you know, here's the Prince over here. We're in the Chariot, right? The movement right to this Nine of Cups. I also feel the Nine of Cups. Well, who's ever in the Nine of Cups is above the Ace of Pentacles. So that does mean something is coming into their physical world, and it just matches up perfectly. Some of you may be independent, and you're going to find this is coming your way. You know, I want to say for a few of you, I feel like, you know, how do you know it's you? I feel like your last relationship, I feel like it was difficult at the end, and it was hard to leave. Even if you knew it should have ended, I feel like it was, maybe it didn't end, maybe it took a long time for it to end. But you knew, right, that something was over. So, I think you remember that energy, or that energy has become like ingrained in you. And I'm saying that because I feel like in the Nine of Cups, like I am, you know, I'm remembering how hard that was. So the thought, perhaps because you're throwing out the Hangman, like, so it's almost like you're putting a stop to it, right? A stop to what? Well, above it's the Ten of Pentacles. Down here is the Ten of Pentacles. And it may be making a commitment to someone, right? Why? Because I don't trust their energy for some reason. For some of you, it's a Capricorn, no doubt. But for others, and maybe even for this Capricorn, it's like, I don't trust your energy. I don't trust the energy. What don't I trust? I don't trust that that you will be giving, you know, truly giving, loving. You know, whether this is someone new or someone coming back, it's not about that. It's about the energy of what I have stored within me and how now I'm going to, that energy that was stored is going to come to the surface, I feel like. And that's how I'm going to respond to this Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, for some of you, this energy of things that I feel tied to, you know, Queen of Wands, well, she's very intuitive. So maybe I'm learning, right? Because I've gone through the energy of the Hermit. I'm learning what it is I'm truly tied to. And really, I'm tied to nothing, right? Silver cord. Other than that, you know, if I'm tied to something, it's because I say that I'm tied to something, but I'm truly not. I make, you know, I make the choice of this commitment. And I feel like someone's feeling that very strong, you know, because, well, you know, anyway, I mean, I don't blame you, you know. I feel like it's you with the Hangman. Nonetheless, here's the Lovers right above that. And the Hangman is touching the Lovers. So, you know, I could say, as much as I say I don't want it, maybe emotionally I do. Anyway, let's keep going. For some of you with the Page of Air right below, Page of Swords, you know, can it be an apology? It certainly could. We have the King of Wands, so we do have the Queen and the King. And the King of Wands is the one that feels like they're speaking here. Because the messenger is like looking, like she's like passionately looking, or not just looking, listening to what this King of Wands has to say. You know, within this Page of Swords, this is someone who's very open to hearing, or maybe even taking action with. Let's see. Whoa. Alright, well. Let's see what fell. That the Ace of Wands was like stuck within my baseboard, like just like this. So that's important. Not that they're not all important. So this King of Wands, whoever he is, you know, let's put it this way: he's the king of action, passion, right? He's passionate. Again, something within this Prince of Cups is bringing in this cup of fulfillment. We already have this Nine of Cups. You know, I often feel, oh, it comes after the Nine of Cups. If I add a cup to that Nine of Cups, is the Ten of Cups, right? That's partnership. And I just feel like this King of Wands, definitely, I feel like has something to say. And I do feel like you hear it. I don't know. Look at this. We have the Nine of Swords, but it's in reverse. And we have the Five of Cups, but it's coming over the Fool. First thing I want to say is whatever this king has to say, it eliminates the fear that I had. He is in some way, he or she, and I feel like connected to this prince, I feel like in some way eliminates again the fear that I had. you know, the hangman's pointing right up to the devil. And the Nine of Swords, you know, would be in my head. This is saying, this is the ability to drop those swords, right? To not to, if I want something, right? And this is about a wish coming true. It's sitting over the Ace of Pentacles. So if I wanted this person, doesn't mean I'm not going to take a moment. I am, right? I want to make sure they're not in any type of energy that, you know, that wouldn't make a full commitment anyway. I just feel like we hear it, and then because of that action, we're able to drop the swords within us. And I feel like it's a sense of freedom. What's the next word? The Fool. I mean, that is moving to the next chapter with no baggage. So it's kind of beautiful. Nine of Swords is here in reverse, and I feel like it's about two people who are going to listen to each other. Maybe their perspective, but here's the bottom line: we have the Five of Cups over the Fool. So this tells me that you yourself had been missing this person. And you know, I feel like this is giving up hope, right? Something that may, you know, something that happened to me. How do I want to say that? It's like keeping myself in the negative aspects of why someone that I loved, why it didn't work out, right? It's allowing myself to remember over and over and over and over again something that someone did that hurt me, right? But it doesn't take away the fact that I love them. Love them. It doesn't take away that fact. The Five of Cups tells you there's two more cups. That can be another time, another chance, right? These are brand new cups, right? Perfect over the full energy. Brand new cups. They're empty. And what's above that is the Four of Wands, which is about making a true commitment with someone. You know, this is two people who want to be committed to only each other. You know, it's just you know, and I feel like it may have been a while, maybe not, but it feels like it's been a while. But it feels like it had to take time. Like, this is not something you want to rush, right? Because there were like some serious ties being cut from probably both lives independently that needed to be. But nonetheless, I feel like this King of Wands, again, he's King of Passion, goes after what he wants. And I feel like that he's coming in with fire also. So, you know, what's above it, the Nine of Cups, so I definitely feel like it ignites you. I definitely feel the energy ignites you. It's just, what can you do? Okay, let's keep going. We have the Emperor. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you may find yourself I want to say pregnant, and you may have been afraid to tell someone the news, but I feel like it's taken very well. By the way, the energy I was talking about before, with the Six of Pentacles next to the Four of Wands, to me, this talks about a very sturdy relationship. The Four of Wands is a marriage card. But you know, it's not even about marriage, it's that commitment that both want to make. And the Six of Pentacles right next to that is a beautiful balance of give and take. Give and take. You know, it's being open to receiving, to allowing yourself to feel, you know what I mean? To feel like the small things within a relationship, like the small things, because they're the things that matter, and I'm open to that, right? And I'm also giving of that. It's a beautiful type of energy. So, anyway, we have the High Priestess. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the King of Pentacles, which, you know, there's Earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I always see him, I don't know, I don't think he represents Virgo. However, I always see him as Virgo because the person I'm in love with is a Virgo, so I automatically see it that way, you know, just in my own mind's eye. Anyway, let's look at this, because all this is coming over the Ten of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, you know, that's perfect energy within the Ten of Pentacles. This could certainly talking about building a home, buying a home, renting a home, that type of thing. You know, you may be starting a new job, that type of thing. I just feel like whatever it is that you need to at least get you on the path to the Ten of Pentacles, you receive. Because I definitely feel, number one, with the Lovers here, right? With the Ten of Pentacles. So it is what's connected to the Ten of Pentacles. So I can't forget, this is about the Lovers within this Ten of Pentacles. With the Ace of Swords, which to me is the truth, right? Right next to my intuition. Right next to the High Priestess, which I feel is my intuition. And, you know, I feel like what I can say here is, just through life, there's been a lot of wisdom that has been gained. Um, you know, there just is. There's been a lot of experiences that maybe feel like they're pulling you down. They pulled you down, but I feel like this is about the awareness you have that you can cut those ties. And I feel like many of you, you will, whatever that is to you, you know, I definitely feel the energy of overcoming. And I feel like what this is saying is, you know, don't move things too quickly. Don't move, and I've been getting this in a lot of readings, don't move things too quickly, right? Wait until all the swords have dropped out so that you can, you know, and I feel like this is saying, you know, even you are saying your piece, right? But it's coming from a peaceful place. It's coming from, there's no sword. All the swords are, my ego is out of it, right? This is about two people who are, the ego seems to be staying out of it for the time being. But I feel longer than that. But I feel like you say your piece nonetheless. And I feel like it's just heard. Um, you know, I feel like wherever you're guided this month, listen to your intuition. Like, look for the signs and stay open, right? You have the Nine of Swords in reverse, and I like that. You know, it doesn't come till later in the reading, but nonetheless, it's here. And I feel like a lot of this fear is dropped because of, you know, certainly because what you're learning about yourself, right? What you feel tied to, but also for some about what someone else has to say, and it's probably exactly what you needed to hear, to be honest, because boom, I'm in the full energy, and I feel like these are the people. Stay, you know, stay within your intuition, stay out of your head, right? And I just feel like, your wish comes true, because here is this cup that's coming to you, and it started before this reading even began, right? Right with the Chariot. For some of you, could be Cancer. Some of you is divine masculine and the divine feminine. We have the Lovers here. But it is definitely about balance, because you have Justice right here too. Balance, right? What makes you feel whole again? So it can be a lot of life changes. Maybe from one Ten of Pentacles to another Ten of Pentacles. I just feel like this is going to be a month of movement for you. But, as long as you stay out of your head. Don't get in your head. Okay, let's pick this up. And I think I'm going to do 5 more cards. I know you guys don't mind a longer reading, but I feel like I myself even want clarity on that. So, let's use, we'll use this deck. There may be 2 people, a couple, together or not together, who both fight the same type of temptations. And, they're like inner battles, or they can be battles that are outside of ourselves. But nonetheless, I feel like it's almost like things happening the way they're meant to happen, because in the long run, it's about both people dropping those things. And I feel like this is more about, like, we both drank a lot. We both either, I don't know if you quit drinking, but it's very controlled now. That type of thing. Okay, so we're just going to take like 5 cards. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have, look at this, the King of Pentacles. Wow. So we have a couple right next to themselves, with the Lovers right above them. And it's, again, interesting how I was just talking about you and Earth. We have the Princess of Cups. She's the receiver. We have the Sun. Wow. Card of Leo. And last but not least, we have the Queen of Swords. So it's interesting, we have, well, let's start in the middle here. We have the Princess of Cups, which normally, is Pisces. But Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But she's the receiver of something emotional, something that is feels like a blessing. But she's always a little surprised by it, right? Above that is the energy of the Hermit. And I feel like you yourself, I feel like this is about being open, right? What she's looking at, it's almost like what her wish was, and bam, here it is. The Queen and the King of Pentacles. They don't have to be Earth, but what they are is solid, very solid. And I love that the Sun comes with that, because what that says is it's a very loving, happy. The temptations, right? They're gone. This is about commitment here. And Queen of Swords at the end, I feel like, when I think of the Queen of Swords, I think about, first and foremost, is my authenticness, right? My authenticness, my truth. And I don't know. I feel like I want to take one card over her. I have the Prince of Wands. I'm feeling like, in a way, this is the energy of who's helping this situation in a way. This could certainly be of spirit. Because the sword is pointing up, almost like, you look up at me. And I feel like when I'm talking to you, and, and I'm talking to spirit, I'm talking to a loved one, or I'm just talking to spirit, but I feel like it's about those things being heard, right? The cutting of those ties is really allowing, I feel, what it is you've always wanted, right? The life that you've always wanted. Because I feel like everything is heard and then delivered, right? Delivered. But that, it did require sacrifice from you. But, bam, here's a reward, the sun. The sun to me is, think about when you were young and unencumbered, and, it was just play. And I'm not saying life is all, it's going to be like that, but I'm talking about the newness, the discovery, right, within ourselves. It all comes back. And whether it's of a person, even if I've been with them before, um, I feel like it's about truth. Okay, I'm going to pick this up. And we're going to finish your reading with an oracle card. I feel like I have cards everywhere. Just give myself a little space. It's funny. Blessings is it's really on the top of the deck because I laid it down like this. Today I count my blessings, small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come from me from God. We have signs. I watch for, notice, and trust the signs that heaven continually sends. All right, let's read. I'm telling you, once you're open to the signs, once you trust what you're seeing, and learn more about it, like, why do I keep seeing, number 22? Look it up, learn, get different opinions, because I feel like these signs are there to help you, in all kinds of ways. Anyway, let's read. This card is a message for you to pay close attention to the signs that come to you in answers to your prayers. These can include a song that you hear, words that you read, a sight that you see, a conversation you overhear, and so forth. The possibilities are unlimited. Signs tend to repeat themselves until you notice them and take some form of action. However, it's also possible to notice one for the first time it prevents itself. As you listen to these signs, you get a sense of heaven's continuous participation in your life, which helps you feel safer and more loved. You can also pray for clarification if you don't understand a sign. After all, Mother Mary and the angels want to clearly communicate their love to you. Beautiful. So, we're never alone. It really changed me once I had the awareness of this and I started to pay attention to the signs. And I mean, now, I see the patterns of my life, and I feel like this is guidance, right? It's the signs guided me to my true love. And did I think it was going to happen? No. Did it happen? Yes. So that's just showing you through me, use me as an example of, the signs will help you even out of um, the darkest energy. So I love you guys. Clearly your angels and your guides are saying they love you, and source are saying they love you, and are always there for you. Remember, you need to ask. It's almost like they need your permission to. Well, you don't really. Well, I mean, yeah, you have to ask for signs, but I mean, you can. Ask questions. Ask them to help intervene in areas that you're just having a hard time getting through. But then be open to receiving the truth. And sometimes that's just a feeling that comes to you. And it's a realization of something you may need to change within yourself, or even a location, all that. So don't let fear stop you from moving forward, because you just never know. You never know. And this life is about discovery. And I discovered you, you discovered me, and I could not be happier. So thank you guys so much for your beautiful love, your donations, your comments, your likes, your subscribes, all of it. Just thank you for helping support my work, and you're helping spread it for me, and I love that. I appreciate that so much. It tells me that my work is valued, that there is some value to it, and that's important, right? It's important. So I love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye bye.